Oh. Don't worry, guys. I'm being told to
leave. Are eliminated.
I mean, the administration team has came to me and they've said, Activision lobby crashed. Please go to the new lobby. How about instead of going to the new lobby, we check out my skin? Huh? How about that? Damn. Yo, this is crazy. Does this thing have like a bio? Oh, it's called. Ooh, he's handsome. Ooh. Oh my god. Ooh. Hey, man. Hey. What do we think, guys? What do we think? Am I? Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second, man. God damn. Ah! What do we think, guys? What do we think? Am I bigger? Am I better? I am better. I am better, Chad. Hey, yo, team number one. Yo, put me in, coach. Yo, 4 kings. Put 4 kings. Put me in, brah. Anyway, back to the point of the show. You know? Back to what everyone wants to talk about, guys. Am I right? Where is it? You know? What do we think? What do we think? If you have this skin, you're an OG. I'm sorry, but if you weren't in COD Mobile when this skin was released, I don't want to hear any talk about primes, about golden era, about best players. I don't want to hear any of it unless you played COD Mobile before this skin was released. And if you don't have this skin, you're never gonna get it because it's never coming back. And just for a reminder, just for a little reminder. Let me change this. Apparently TikTok is bugging now. Fine. TikTok, let me know if that saved the day. But anyway, just for a reminder, here's the bio. Luke Fergie began his story devouring opponents on various FPS titles, achieving #1 across 5 games. Now his focus is dropping nukes, uploading bangers, and grinding Call of Duty Mobile. You know, this bio is a little bit outdated because I'm actually #1 on 6 different games. Not 5. But it's okay. You know, it's all right. We'll let them have this. We'll let them have it, you know. This skin came out before that. So it's whatever. Cooked! Why's everyone saying cooked? Why's everyone saying cooked? Why are we all saying cooked on my TikTok? Anyway, whoa, you mean my skin's cooked? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why am I getting roasted for having a skin in COD Mobile? What? Why am I getting roasted for having my own skin? No. I'll ask you one question. How's your COD Mobile character skin doing? Anyway, back to the tournament chat. It seems like we've got everyone into the game, I think. Looks like it. 100 out of 100 players have joined. We're waiting for the administrators to lock it in. We're going to redo game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that you've seen there does not matter. But I tell you what does matter. Having a skin in COD Mobile. Anyway, back to it, chat. Back to it. Stop. Let's giggity go! We're getting ready to get into game number 3. The points that you're seeing on the board down below me is just after the first 2 games. We actually have to restart game 3 because whatever reason Activision had a little bit of a bug. And we're restarting it. But it's okay. We love Activision. We wouldn't have this glorious game without them. Matter of fact, yeah! W Activision. You know what? Matter of fact, W so much that they sponsored today's tournament. They gave the $10,000. I don't have to do it anymore, chat. Hashtag COD partner. Hashtag I love Activision. And thank you, Activision. And COD Mobile. for sponsoring today's stream. Getting into game number 3, my glorious kings and queens. You don't have Manta Ray mods, ban him. I was the one that gave Manta Ray away for free back in 2021. The OGs will remember. Game number 3. We're actually not sure what happened in that game right there, ladies and gentlemen, but we're restarting. I've never seen anything like that before in my entire life. I've literally never seen that happen. So it's a first for us. We're just going to restart the whole lobby. It disconnected everyone from it. The only thing we could possibly do is to restart it. So here we are. We're restarting game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to get underway. Let's giggity go. Broski, though? I have no idea what you Persians are spamming in my chat right now. I've actually no idea. Madnan, I'm sure you can go into the short form chat and give me updated on that. I feel like that's some sort of like political thing. Let me look it up. I'll be the judge. Oh God, it is. Oh my God. I'm not saying anything more from that. I'm sorry. I don't like, my profession is in playing games and being an idiot, not politics. All right. I do not care about any of that stuff. I'm sorry. It's just not me. It's not my industry. It's not my industry at all. Either way, we're getting into game number 3. Scrum diddly umptious. Really, Madnan. Interesting. Okay. Madnan. Let's do this, broski. Going and checking out the Latam roster that is currently in the lead. We've seen them land here before. They've landed here again. Same way they did in the game that we had to restart here, ladies and gentlemen. Rambo skin coming out to play. Love to see that. A lot of you will not have been around at the time, but I did 1v1 Dr. Disrespect on Call of Duty Mobile back when this game was first released. It was called the 80s Throwdown event. And of course, it was PC and mobile. TV able to pick up a player right here, looking scrumptious. Insomnia and TV, last remaining players on the roster of OG. All but gold, they came through the qualifiers and they're trying to make a statement here, but it's not been happening quite as we kind of expected it to. Oh, that was a bad play, TV. You're going to get absolutely dookied on. See you later, alligator. Insomnia, last alive in the map. But yes, we did, of course, come out on top, and Dr. Disrespect was destroyed. I'm hearing no in-game sound. Don't worry. You ready for it? I got you, chat. Don't worry, TikTok. TikTok has been having a lot of bugs recently. I know that a lot of different creators are facing the same issues, but we're on it, chat. We are on it. Four Kings me and I've opted to land a little bit further southbound, I believe. Or maybe they go Ski Town and just rotate off it instantly. Nobody's around them. The teams that have actually landed on the bottom southerly portion of the map actually have the advantage here. I feel bad for Four Kings. They had a great position in the zone last game, and then unfortunately, for whatever reason, that bug happened. I've never seen that in my entire life, but you know what I have seen? The GOAT team come out kicking.
Here we go.
This game, however, doesn't look like they are coming out kicking. There is a team around them. Oh, that's going to be Mello. Mello wants to make a little bit of a statement here. Anyone from Africa in the chat think that Mello can make a statement on the main stage here? We'll have to wait and see. Checking the buy station. Seems fishy to me, but hey. Hey, yo, Mello. Looking for his first little knock. Doesn't see anyone just yet. Keep in mind, this roster is African only, I believe. We're looking for that first kill or even just a knock. Magic might be the first to be seen here as he's closest to them.
Airdrop.
Oh, Panchito's been spotted. Oh, snipe comes down onto Mello. Not going to land it, though. Mello. I'm trying to see a big boy snipe from a big-time player here, Mello. Come on. I know you love to run your mouth. How about you run some shots into the opponents, Mello? Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are we running away? Come on, man. I wanted to see some gameplay.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Whatever. Heading on over to VPR. They were able to get a bunch of eliminations over on the side of Team 14. That's going to be the Middle Eastern team known as Wexer. Holy car, this is not Fast and Furious.
Airdrop
I mean, that's almost looking as unrealistic as the new Fast and Furious movies. Shout out to Fast and Furious 1, 2, and Tokyo Drift, chat. The best movies of all time. In the franchise, of course. Speaking of movies, I hope everyone goes to see Odyssey. Just keep in mind that when you watch that film, think of me when you see Agamemnon, because that's me. Alright? That is me. And chat agrees. If you've seen the movie, already agree. Just type yes or agree. Four Kings mean making their way into the zone. We'll have to keep up on board with Slayer's team. Zenith Eternity, they haven't really done anything in this game. Really not up to much again. Keep in mind, they are on the leaderboard again, though. That's looking a little bit better. Being on the leaderboard at 20 total points. Looking not too bad. Going down the leaderboards, you can see I Can and a Bull Boss still alive. That must be a Bull Boss as this player. I don't know why he's made his name this way. Four Kings Overload are already dead. Didn't get to see how they were taken out of game number 3, unfortunately. Rest their souls. Rebar as well, still alive, but his entire team has been destroyed. However, we're going to check out VPR as they've been having an absolutely jolly old time today and getting kills. They just haven't been able to place as high as they've wanted to. They did get saved from the crash just moments ago. Olivia.
Start in 1 minute.
That was a little bit of a play here. Kamikaze has been knocked. He's going to get revived through himself.
Airdrop incoming.
Gets out of that situation, but gets knocked again. Wagner able to get the knock again onto Kamikaze. Late Baxar getting shot through the window and smoke at the same time. Unbelievable shot from VPR here. 3 other players left remaining. It's going to be a 3v3 situation. VPR known and famed for their aggressive pushes. However, if this fight stays on for too long, there could be a third party in play here. You can see a team rotating over on the back side. That's going to be Marana that you just seen right in front of Pavas there. Needs coming through again. That's going to be a smoke bomber need this time around, and he didn't land it the way he wanted to, which is not going to be good for Pavas. No info given. Kamikaze coming back through the revive flight. Kus is using the SMRS to try and make something happen, and another nade is going to come down. Terrible nade, unfortunately. I don't think that's going to hit. Goes through the window, and nope. No hits. Pivas targeting the one remaining player on the other side of the road. His team is going to join him here. Wagner in a bad spot. Gonna instantly peek. Gonna take a bunch of damage here. 2v1 situation. Wagner's gonna need to do a big time play here. Big time player comes through. Takes down one bench. Now rotating across from the side of him. Shots are gonna go down onto him. He's gonna get knocked as well. 2 players left on the remaining elite team. It looks like they're gonna get picked apart here by VPR. Only 1 player left alive. And it's gonna be JM. Rotating out. Didn't see where Baxar ended up, but we'll hop on board to him. He's still in the house, surprisingly, as Venge gets picked apart. Bolivia, still alive here. 2 players up for VPR. One of them could get killed by JM here, but he doesn't have a gun to kill him with. Don't take that shot, dumbass, or you'll die instantly. Rotating away. It looks like the players are getting their teammates back in the action, but JM's going to die here from this side. Not too sure who's shooting from on top of that hill, but it could be, yep, Bolivia. We've seen him there before. Not a good spot for JM to be in. And we'll hop on board to a different team, being 4 Kings men. These guys have some good loot. Already got loadouts. Hades being used, Jack 12 being used by Tom Peeps. Super Jeff has the Hades as well, and Nerosa is rocking around with Hades. Oh, this is going to be a quick wipe on this helicopter. Can you land the shots quick enough? Yes, they can. The players do get out of it, though, just in the nick of time. Nerosa checking how many players are around him with the hacker. There's been debate on whether or not we should ban hacker in the tournament because it stops players from using their abilities. But we haven't placed the vote just yet, and it looks like 4K Renzi is going to be able to wipe a team. Oh my god, no! It's my favorite African team. No! Hopefully they got back the dog tags right there. I'm kind of praying on it. F9 last alive in the team again. And I don't think this is going to really help him out here. All of the teammates, all of that 4K team are right behind him. Will he be able to get inside of this without it killing him? I'm actually not too sure. This is an interesting maneuver from F9. The entire roster is dead. We can't see if he got any of the flag or the revive flight card. Sorry. That's not good. 0 kills for the entire team. Akaza, Fright, Instinct, and Renzi looking around for the last remaining opponent on that roster. think you might get away with it here, ladies and gentlemen. They haven't found him. And for now, we're going to hand all over to Guh, as he's able to get 2 knocks here instantly. Double kill comes through. And he's going to go up the mountain to see if he can find any more remaining players from this area of farm. Leap Jam is, of course, to his left, and then we got Viper right in front of him. Ooh, don't let that distract you from the fact that F9 is actually taking a fight, and he is dead. That's going to be Chapo and the boys out of the competition. Chapo, arguably the king of Africa when it comes to mechanical gun skill in that region, has unfortunately been taken out of the competition for game number 3. Going now on over to Team 8. These guys entered the competition of Game 3 in first place, and I mean, they have no kills, so they probably dropped off of that. Matter of fact, I can confirm they're not first place anymore, as 4 Kings have overtaken them by 1 singular point with their kills. Nerosa at the front of the pack here. This is a third-party potential place for them to be in. The knock comes in from Jeff. Now I'm going to watch on Jeff's POV here as he is up in front. His teammates overtaking him now. It's going to be Guh. Entry fragger here. Looking for the third-party position. Stiller runs out the back of the house. Instant 100% accuracy play there from the main man himself. Gonna drop, unfortunately. The 18-year-old has been knocked.
Enemy eliminated.
It's been absolutely chaos since he turned 18 this year inside of the Battle Royale Pro esports scene. There was an era of BR esports before Guh turned 18, and then a new era started as he turned 18, ladies and gentlemen. And that would be the era of Filipino domination. Not to be confused with the game mode inside of multiplayer, but to just reference how dominant of a player Guh has been for 4 Kings Me since he was picked up. Now, they're going to be fighting one of the top teams here again. We're going to hop on board to Tom as he's got the Jack 12 in hand and a very rushy style of play. He's one of the only players in the world that can push off the Jack 12 rush rewind strat. Dare I say he might be the only player in the world that can do it. Spots loading right in front of him. Jack 12 is going to be used here in just a moment. Bang, 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 bang. Oh! Wow, great shot from loading, but unfortunately, he's going to get revenge play here.
Engaging the enemies.
ICANN's still alive, and it looks like we've got 1 player right above him here. It's going to be Nerosa. It's 2 players left alive for the team. This is not a good situation. Guh has been knocked as well. Nerosa, last alive in the 4 Kings main roster. I'm sure his teammates are calling out to him exactly what they want him to do here. He just needs to stay alive for a little bit longer so his teammates can come back in the revive flight. He's making himself known, surprisingly enough. Snowboard not able to be used. Snowboard is banned in today's $10,000 finals. Ken, one of the best players from Persia, one of the best players in the entire world, still alive. Oh my god! Jeff comes back in the nick of time there, ladies and gentlemen, as they still have 8 eliminations and are alive, thanks to Nerosa staying up for as long as he did. But we'll catch up with them in just a moment. I would go on top of that pillar right there if I was Jeff. It looks like that's going to be exactly what he does. He's going to need to get back his teammates through a revive flight, but I mean, you've got the best Middle Eastern / European team covering your tags. It's not looking too good for the main man of 4 Kings. Moving down to Zenith Eternity. These guys have only got 2 kills so far. That is a bad team in front of them. No offense. It's a qualification team that dare I say, barely got into the finals. So that could be a good team for them to actually fight. When I say barely got into finals, they did pretty good. They're known as Extreme 6-7. And towards the end of their qualification day, they actually ended up dominating. So they're a little bit streaky, because at the start of the day, they did quite poorly. But by the end, they were really good. So far, unfortunately, they haven't did well in this finals. And if I was Zenith Eternity, I wouldn't take the fight regardless, as there's multiple teams all around them. They may as well just stay indoors and play for placement. It seems like here in Game 3, players know that they can't rotate easily using the snowboard, so they're opting to go for early game rotations. If I pull up this map, you'll see what I'm talking about. Players team,
Airdrop incoming.
along with M7 and the team of Extreme 6-7 rotating early. On the other side of the zone, you can see Goats have rotated early as well, as they are also in the zone. We're going to check out what's going to happen for them in just a moment here, as there is a team around them. Oh, wow. Patata versus Panchito. 2 players that people outside of Latin America get confused because they have such similar names. Of course, if you're from Latin America, you know each of those players. Gonna be a little latam on latam action. I don't know how Slayer killed himself there, but he must be dying so that he can get a different class ability. Magic opting to use the hacker here. Gonna be able to make sure that the other team can't use any of their abilities. Pachico able to get a knock on the Patata. There we go. There's the best Papa player. Rotex goes down as well. Not going down on the topo, but hold on a second. They're gonna get this killed quite easily, I would assume. Don't let that distract you from the fact the Middle Eastern boys from Persia are right beside them. They could come in here for the third party. Go Magic. Throwing the nade through the tent. Oh my god. Hold on a second.
I'm down.
Camo becomes last alive in the team. I can't believe Magic lost that fight. That was terrible. Either way, let's go and check Lotex's team. I really do believe that Slayer killed himself to get a different ability, and then he gave the kill of himself to another team. This is a bad spot. He's going to get shot out of the air here. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Not only do we have 4 Kings main, we have 4 Kings Joker, M7, and Extreme 6-7 all around this team, along with MJ from Leap Unbound, and oh my god, Slayer's old teammates are now making their way into the zone. This place is packed with the best players in the world. Extreme 6-7, a team that we've seen qualify this week, are now taking a bunch of damage from loading and a bull boss. Shots coming through. They're able to get out of this situation for now, but I don't think they'll be able to survive for much longer as knocks are coming through. A bull boss can flex, and the boys are absolutely dismantling this LATAM team. See you later, Extreme 6-7. They don't want nothing to do with you, as they clean house easily. Now on the other side of the same zone, you can see 4 Kings main going in for an aggressive push here. Up and at him first. He's going to be trying to target Fund. Up for grabs is Lotex as well. SKS! What in the strat of 2021 ferg World Finalist Championship Tournament is this? An SKS? I haven't seen somebody use that in 5 years in the finals. But maybe Good can make something happen. Oh my god, I'll see you later, MJ. Oh, shot lands. Can he land the second? No, he can't, but MJ's gonna die there none.
Enemy down.
And Good's gonna get revived from Tom Peaks. The break dancer has the movement in COD Mobile and also has the movement in real life. The next zone has, of course, been shown, and we're going to hop on board to a team that's further into the center. Necro has been knocked. A car has been grabbed. It's going to be the ORV with the brand new skin. They're going to use it to get down off that cliff. Hopefully it stays on the right side up. It does. So they're going to get a free rotation in with this car, and they're going to need to get ready to jump out of it. This zone is absolutely tiny. I mean, that house looks good in the zone, but now they're going to go and up and fight some of the best teams. Oh, this is a bad spot for them to be in. There is a tank for them to go into there. They need to use the smoke bomber to the advantage of themselves, but unfortunately, Slayer doesn't have it just yet. He's going to use the normal smoke to cover support. Lex is also behind them here. That's his ex-teammate. Now they're going to go in for the third party. Not going to land any of the kills, and we'll hop back on board to see what Slayer has to offer here against 4 Kings main, nonetheless. 4 Kings main rotating in late game here, able to pick off 2 players from M7. That's a great start to control this end game. We're 18 minutes into it. Matador has been knocked outside of the zone as well, and it looks like 4 Kings main are trying to get some easy eliminations outside of this zone, and Tom's able to pick up another one right there, brings them up to 12 eliminations total. Narosa hacking the remaining players on and around them as Tom has been shot from across the map. Oh dear me, that's not going to be a good spot for him to be in. He may die outside of zone here. It's not hitting for too much just yet, but they're at the bottom of the zone, so they just shouldn't have too much to worry about for now. Slayer understands that he's going to get third-partied here, and unfortunately, I think this is going to be a terrible spot for him, Lotex, and Fun to be in, as they have no real option but to take this fight against the team on top of the mountain. Bang! SMRS straight to the face. Lovely jubbly from Slayer. Obviously one of the best players in the world. Can he get Magma? Yes, he can! Slayer. Love to see that from him, and now they have the high ground position here. If his teammates can help him out, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Fun gets up, but Lotex is down a little bit further on the mountain, holding off 4 Kings main for now. Good, dying outside of the zone. 4 Kings main making it in late game here. They're going to opt to go to the position that Slayer team just held moments ago, being Zenith Eternity. I don't think Slayer, Lotex, and Fun know what's about to happen here, They've turned around for now. Hades is in the hand, and it's looking like an SMRS is going to come through, not land it. Boom. Nice little rewind there from Tom Pitts. Jeff is, of course, on the left-hand side. Great communication and chemistry here from the Four Kings main roster. Of course, the zone's coming in. For now, it's held its position. Narosa dies to an SMRS of Slayer, and now they're going to opt to go further down and around to stay alive for as long as possible. 14 eliminations on the zone. Let's hop on board the Slayers team here as they have the best spot for this final zone. 5 different teams, and the zone is no more, ladies and gentlemen. SMRS, bang! Able to hit the players from Four Kings main here. Doesn't see any of them through the smoke because they've opted to drop normal smokes, not a smoke bomber. A lot of teams still alive right here. Slayer opting to try and make the push with his SMRS. Not able to land the shot right there, and it looks like this is going to be a bad spot for them to be in, as there is a player right behind Jeff. He's able to take him down. Pavas taking him out. Tom, last remaining player from the Four Kings main roster. Slayer in a little bit of a 1v1. Never mind, his team is right beside him. Bang! Right across the map. This is what we wanted to see from Europe's best team. 9 eliminations on the board. This could go in the favor of Zenith Eternity to win game number 3. Fingers crossed if you're a European here that this actually happens. Tom Pip's still alive right now. This is a bad spot for him to be in. He could play spoiler to the European goats. And it looks like shots are going to come down to Low-Tex. Oh, he's able to take him down, but not for long. As Low-Tex, Fund, and Slayer are still alive. Low-Tex goes down now in a 1v2. Slayer, you've got a clutch in the main stage. Kuss is still alive. July lands some more shots. I'm not sure which way it's going to go. Lee does it! Slayer's able to take game number 3 with Zenith Eternity. An absolutely fantastic rotate into the zone. They were in between multiple different top 10 rosters. They came, they saw, they conquered. Let's pull up the kills and placement for game number 3. A fantastic Zenith Eternity win there. Also, a very good save from Tom Pips, able to last that long inside of game number 3. Good kills all around for those top 3 teams. Of course, Zenith Eternity are going to be able to get the most points out of anyone for that game with a solid 13 kill win. That's going to give them 28 total points in game number 3, which will, of course, over double their current score, bringing them up to around 48 points in the tournament so far. They're finding out a way to play better on higher MS, so good job to them. Viper, of course, again, they got saved by that rematch. You may have seen that game 3, the first time we played it, for whatever reason, Activision crashed the lobby when Viper were in dying straits. And now, game number 3 for Viper went their way. 13 place in a second place position, or 13 kills in a second place position. Holy. They're going to get 23 points for that game, which is also really good. They're going to be right behind Zenith Eternity, only 5 points behind, believe it or not. Then Four Kings main, 14 kills, 3rd place. That's going to give them 21 points. They're going to be up to 61 already. So these guys have been doing really well inside of the BRL July $10,000 finals. Interesting enough, I don't see GOATs anywhere. I literally don't see them in the top 12 teams here. Oh, never mind. Just spotted them. They're in at 4th place. They had an also great game. 9 kills in a 4th place finish. That is really good. That's going to give them 14 points out of that game, which will bring them up to 58 total. So right now, Four Kings have just skirted their way into 1st place. The GOATs are right behind them. Then we've got teams like Zenith Eternity. We've got teams like Viper Esports in there as well. We haven't seen where GNR are just yet, but it looks like they finished 9th place. And they also got quite a decent amount of kills. Looks like they got 9 as well. So they're going to get, what, 11 points for that game too. But Zenith Eternity and Viper Esports have definitely passed those. So they're definitely going to fall probably into like the top 5. Depending on how Leap did that match, depending on how Enigma Legends did that match, which I can see they finished 6th, so they might actually get passed up by them as well. But a lot of the really good teams performed well. Basically, everyone in the top 10 did good that game. And so the leaderboard are actually going to be even closer than before, interestingly enough. Make sure, if you're watching this through one of the watch party streams, or you have any of these players that you haven't checked out yet, go follow them. Go subscribe them a little gift, a little donation. Laid up once again. Shout out to Call of Duty Mobile for sponsoring the $10,000 prize pool for this tournament. Thankfully, I don't have to do it anymore. It was burning a hole in my bank account, let me tell you that. We'll go further down the list and you can see where everyone else placed, ladies and gentlemen, for all of your fan favorite teams. And of course, the teams that made it through the qualifiers. A lot of the qualification teams unfortunately dying early on. And oh dear, Remy, IMZone, and Tokyo, along with Eduardo, dying very early as well in 25th place. Damn, man. I really feel like they could come back and win one of these tournaments in the future if they could just lock it in. Either way, chat, we're getting it tallied up. Zenith did, of course, win game number 3. Congratulations to them. I'm seeing a lot of Zeniths in my TikTok chat. You're more than welcome to spam as much as you want with your current favorite team names. Don't worry about that. Unfortunately, we did get a reset for our first game number 3, but that was the official game number 3 after we rematched. For whatever reason, it lagged us all out of the game. I've never seen that before. Between me and you, I've just never seen it. So we decided to take the approach of just completely disbanding that game and rematching it. There was really nothing else we could do. Either way, we're going to get ready to get into game number 4, chat. Game number 4. Make sure to follow and subscribe to all the players and the watch parties. Also, help a brother hit 1 million on YouTube live stream, okay? Even though I'm not live streaming there right now, you know, go over to my live channel and help me. Help me, broski. I would appreciate it. Oh, a lot of 4 King spam coming through onto TikTok, and then over in the short form, we got a lot of Persia spam. YouTube long form. I'm not seeing enough spam on YouTube long form. What are you guys up to? What are you guys up to? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Ferg's beautiful commentary, so watch closely. All right, Amir, I appreciate the love. Appreciate the love on that. Slayer living up to his name? Absolutely. That was a phenomenal job from Slayer. And, of course, the entire Zenith Eternity team. We've seen a clutch from Lotex. We've seen a clutch from Slayer. Obviously, those guys are the most fierce duo that we've ever had in Europe. Basically, the most fierce duo that we've ever had in the West, which brings up an interesting topic, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm going to turn the game volume down to 0. I'm going to say this again. When it comes to the biggest primes, the best primes, the best players of all times, all of that stuff is thrown out the window when it comes to 2026. Because over the past 6 months of the BRL, we've seen who really are the best players in the world. And these players have the best mechanical skill, the best chemistry and communication, and the best strategies. So what you're watching here, ladies and gentlemen, are the best players of all time. There have never been players as good as these players before. So of course, as the topic of discussion comes up, this player was better in this era. That player was better in that era.
Here we go.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Because the best players of all time are currently playing in these tournaments. As you sit around and wonder where some of your favorites are or where they went,
First blood.
the primes do not matter. My prime doesn't matter. These are the best Battle Royale players we've ever seen. Getting into it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, is this bugged? No, we're actually back. There we go. A little bit of a bug at the start of that game, but we are back in the action, and I'm going to get the scoreboard updated for everyone watching at home. Don't you worry, chat. I like updating scoreboards. TikTok, you're going to get it first after my monologue finished right there. I think everyone with a brain will agree that the best players of all time currently play the game. They have the best mechanical skill. A little bit of an early game fight here from 4 Kings Man as I've updated the scoreboard.
Enemy down.
Lovely jubbly straight off the bat. Looking dominant. Able to take down NSG. Only one player remains on the side of that qualification team. No, no. No, 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 no. Please don't kill me. Is what his team is thinking. But it looks like 4 Kings Men are going to hunt him down. Oh, dearie me. That's going to be all she wrote for NSG. We'll move on from that as we know that this kill is guaranteed. Probably by Jeff, I would assume. There it is. Clean 4-man wipe to start off game number 4. Of course, the leaderboards have been updated on your screen. Guh is inside of the game. I can see him right here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like somebody has lagged out over there on the side of Leap. But as for now, we are good to go. We'll go down on to Goat, as they did pretty well after the first 2 games. 4 Kings are at top of the leaderboard with 61 total points. Goats have 57. Zenith Eternity have 48 points. So they've actually risen quite far up that leaderboard right there. Then we've got Viper Esport in 4th place with 43 total points. GNR 5th place with 38 total points. Enigma Legend have 35 total points at 6th place. Further down that, we got Leap Unbound at 30 points. They did okay at the start of this tournament, but they've kind of fallen off towards the middle ground of it. 4 Leetras are actually in here, 29 points. Then we got Joker, 27, and Azir are still in the top 7. Unfortunately for M7, they have been taken out of that top 10 position, and a lot of the other teams have moved up the rankings. Big shout out to Zenith Eternity and Viper Esports for making their way up quite significantly after last game. Well, good to them. Very well done. Checking out Chapo here. Is he in a little bit of a fight? Ooh, it looks like they've spotted players. Rezox has gone down, unfortunately, through the door. Chapo deciding if he wants to take this fight. It's going to be Mirana right in front of them. SMRS goes down, not able to land it for now. This is going to be a tough fight for them to take, because it's going to be a 3v1. Ninja is around him as well. It's going to be a 4v1 situation for Chapo. We've seen him do big time plays before, but can he do a big time play right now? It's going to be a toxic situation for him to be in, as he really doesn't have any other way to rotate out of this situation. He can provide cover support though. F9, a player that we're not really too familiar with, right beside him. Shots need to go down. Nice accuracy there from F9. Could get the full kill onto him. Ooh, not able to do so. Trying to land the shots, able to get the knock.
Drop has been delivered.
F9 is actually seeming to be a really good pickup for this team, but I just don't think a 1v4 is on the cards here whatsoever. There's just absolutely no way he could get a 1v4 unless he becomes the best player in the world right here. F9 getting needed out of this situation. He knows the player's going down to get that revive. Doesn't hear him get it. Struggling. I think Birdie might kill him here instantly. Oh dear, not sure what that play was there. Gets a 1 pump. Can't believe what I'm witnessing right here. Another 1 pump? What the fuck is going on? Oh my god! F9! No plates! 1 pump in the entire lobby. Who is this guy? Able to drop his smoke bomber. Needs more plates though. This could be a 1v4 on the cards with a buy 15 if he's able to do it. Bang, lands another shot. Unfortunately for him, I don't think he's gonna get it, because they're gonna rotate away. Is this team scared of F9? Rezox could possibly get his tag here as well, but at least he's got Father Ali for now.
Fire sale will start in 1 minute.
Oh, there we go. Another revive flame's coming. Oh, unfortunately, he's gonna die from the side. Damn. That was so unlucky. I would have loved to have seen a 1v4 right there, but Mirana able to stay alive, get the kill onto him, and that team is gone. Well played from F9 though. A fairly unknown player making a very nice play.
Airdrop has been delivered.
4 eliminations from 4 Kings main. We've seen them earlier. They haven't done too much since we checked them out.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Clutching against NSG, taking them down without a single casualty. Going down the list, you can see 4 Kings Overload also still in the action. We haven't heard anything from Holy Father just yet. We're actually curious if he will even be able to play today at all inside of the competition. He did give his spot to Winter just because his electricity is out, or his Wi-Fi. Not too sure which it is. But it is what it is. We still love Holy Father. A little substitution from Winter is A-okay. I haven't seen too much from Ivy today. 4 eliminations on their side as well. I believe they're actually outside of the top 10 situation entirely.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Rebar as well, also still alive. Looks like the early game has went quite fast here in terms of taking teams down. There's only 19 remaining. Seems like the early game loses a lot of teams, and then that middle game, not very many teams actually end up fighting because they want to make it in late and go early rotation on the zone. Seeing a couple teams in the fight right now, though. We're going to hop on over to
Airdrop has been
Instinct.
delivered. Here we go.
It's a fight between them and Marana. Kaz is closer alongside on the west. He might die here, unfortunately. Taking a lot of damage. Oh, turns on him. Oh, dearie. Hey, West. That wasn't looking too good for him. Ninja able to come through with a lovely angle on that Kaz and get that kill. Now Instinct and Ranzu. A tough spot here. Ooh, Defender comes through, able to keep him alive. Instinct could have probably taken him down, but doesn't go for the play. Over on to Ninja. Ranzu got the high ground here, spamming the Hades as well.